Hi everybody, welcome to Creative Pouring by Cheryl. I'm Cheryl. Today I'm going to go ahead and make these froggies for Froggy Friday with Lisa from Girl in the Garage and Karen from Dragon's Cave. They're the ones who started it, but we've got many more that join, many more that are helping out with that collaboration. So let's get started, and I need you to watch the rest of the playlist that I'm going to list down below. I need you. That sounds terrible. I'm sorry. I wasn't trying to be demanding. What I'm doing is I'm splitting this up into 3 different little pots. And I'm going to get me a little spoon to scoop some of these in just a little bit. Not a lot. I'm going to go one with pink. I'm going to make several little froggies, and then I'm going to do something with them that I think you'll enjoy. I hope you enjoy. I've got 3 little hearts that I'm going to put them in. These little hearts right here. After they cure, I'm going to put 1 in each heart. Maybe 2 if they'll fit. Because they turned out so cute. I put them in, I did them in UV resin earlier. Just as a tester. And it turned out really pretty. But UV resin doesn't always work in those things. There's that. Yeah, UV resin doesn't always work in molds that aren't set up for it. Let's go ahead with this last one, and then I'll stir them up real good, and we will get to pouring. I just decided to do some nice bright Eastery colors, even though it's not quite Easter yet. All right, let me get a stir stick to stir them. I'm just going to use my little Mica. This is epoxy resin. This is my tea expert. It's a 1-to-1. I'm seeming to really like it. It's different. It's not, I mean, it's still good. Reminds me of the Jansen that I used to use. But I can't, I'm having a hard time getting my Jansen. I used to get it off of Amazon. Now it's on Temu, and I don't want to send away that far for Temu. When I need my resin yesterday. I think y'all can understand that one. We tend to forget where we are on the bottle, and at least I do. And it's like, oh yeah, I need resin. That's a pretty pink. These are just mica powders that I've had off Amazon. I'm not sure that if I got them off of my box that I have listed, or if I've got them off of Amazon. When I got my Jansen resin, because they used to give me a pack of 10 or 20 colors, and then I'd put them in little jars. I just put them in these little jars here and label them what the number or the name was. But it's been a very long time since I've got them. And some of the colors I can't find. They've been discontinued, I guess. So after I use these up, then it'll be the end of it, probably. I hope y'all are having a great day. So far I am. I went bowling. Last night was my bowling league. And I actually did up over 100 on all 3 of my games. If you see what I'm doing here, this is actually a handle-like thing, but it's also a pour spout. See right there where you can do bigger ones, and then there's a little one for little pour spouts. I'm just going to go ahead and pour these. I'm going to pour a purple, a purple, a green, and a pink. Actually, that's the sky. I forget the name of it. But I'm going to pour one of each. These are so adorable. And get the little toes done. I'm not filling it completely all the way because you do have room. And I just wanted to leave a little bit of room in there. Getting the little eyes so that I don't have any bubbles. There we go. I'm going to do a pink now. Yes. Get them in the little bitty toes and the knees and the eyes. And don't forget the hands. I need to pour a little more. There's a bubble in that hand. I don't know if you saw it come out. Getting the eyes. Okay. Next is I think it's what is the color of it? Turquoise blue. I've got turquoise blue, pink, and Albert something. And two of my favorite colors together is pink and turquoise. They seem to work real pretty together. So I'm thinking about marbling two of these, see how it turns out. And if I like it better than using it, make sure all the bubbles are out. So far, I haven't seen any, except for the ones that I already got out. This mold is actually made for a chocolate. I think it's a chocolate mold. Oops. At least that's my, the candy mold. That's it, the candy mold. Okay, let's go ahead and pearl this one a little bit. Come on, come on, come on, come on. There you go. Get all the little bubbles that possibly might be in there out of there. All right, let's go ahead and do a pink and a purple. Or pink and a, pink and a purple. And I'm pouring them both in at the same time. Yep. It's another set of favorite colors. These are Easter colors if I ever saw them. There we go. Okay, it's the next morning. Let's go ahead and get these froggies out. Let's see which one we like the best. I know they're going to be matte, but that's okay because it doesn't matter. It's going to go in the hearts anyway. These are cute little froggies. Ready? Oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my goodness. You know I have to use these two. And which one should I use? I'm thinking I'm going to use these three and put these two, a coat of resin on top of them. I've got my resin mixed up. It's the Tea Expert. It's the 1-to-1. It had a lot of bubbles in it, so I'm warming it in a bath right now, a water bath, so that it'll be thinner. If you have a lot of bubbles, or if you're trying to get it to warm up faster, cure faster, thin out, see all those bubbles in there? I know I'm not going to use all this. I've got another project that I'm working on. Look at all those bubbles, though. Okay. I don't have my bubble remover with me today. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of glitter in it. Just a tad bit of the this glitter right here. Enough to make it so that you can see the glitter, but not enough to where it's going to overtake it, I hope. Sometimes I get a little overzealous on the glitter. So let's just try a little tiny bit and see what it does. That's better. It hides those bubbles. That's one of the good things about glitter. It hides bubbles. Let me pour it into a smaller container. I am just not with it this morning. It's one of those mornings that, you know what you're doing, but you don't think about it. Well, come on. There we go. I'm just going to pour it in here so that I can work with it easier. Put you aside. Stay. And all I'm going to do is pour a little bit in each one of these. Maybe about half full, maybe somewhere in there. Okay. I'm going to dip him in resin. I just threw him in so that he would get covered in resin. And slide him in. Let's see. Got to make sure that he stays below the top. Don't know how well it's going to work or not, but we'll get there. See how different that looks when it's in shiny? I'm doing that so no bubbles get on the bottom side. because the bubbles would definitely show up in this. Okay, let's pour a little more in here. I'm leaving a tiny bit of space on top so I could put a different color on the background of the heart. I'm going to use UV to cover them, and I'll do that at a later time once I get these all situated, and I will do them later because I don't want to get them all so they have to be like that. I'm going to do UV on them. Okay, I will be back when these are cured, and we'll put on our final coat. Hi everybody, welcome back. I went ahead and dug out my grass, and all you do with this grass, all this is it's sawdust from when my husband did some cutting for me, and I mixed it with some blue, and it was yellow sawdust, so I mixed it with blue food coloring or food, no, I'm sorry, it was the dye. So all I did was put some in here because I'm going to back these in that. A little bit of that. If you want to know how I did the grass, as I call it, it's on one of my videos. I will link it in the end so you can see which one I'm talking about. So all I'm doing is putting some UV in it. Putting a little more in it because that's not enough, and I don't want to make it opaque because the more opaque it is, the more it won't cure. That's a little better. Sorry, my phone decided to die on me. Okay, I'm just going to spread this real quick. I'm going to spread it on the back of these. Kind of thin. And then when I cure these up, I will come back and demold. So I'll see you when I'm done with that. Okay. All right, I went ahead and cured those up. Get some of this. I got a little bit of over pour on here. Isn't that always the way? You think you got everything, but then you always have that little bit. Let's see. These are going to be some cute pocket hugs. Look at that. That looks like a frog sitting on some grass. Oh, that is just too adorable. Look at them. Got to get them cleaned up a little bit. And I will have pictures for you. And thank you so much for watching Froggy Friday with Karen the Dragon's Cave, Lisa, Girl in the Garage, and others. And don't forget to watch the playlist down below. Thanks again for watching. And don't forget to give me a like and a subscribe and hit that thumbs up button. And thanks again. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.